Alberta is desperately in need of pipelines to get our resources to market. Without them, we are forced to sell at a steep discount. Like it or not, Mr. Speaker, Alberta is a resource-based economy, and without a robust industry, we can't sustain the jobs, public service, and our high quality of life. To the Premier, the pending change in administration in the U.S. has offered renewed hope that the Keystone XL pipeline will become a reality. Will you now please express your full and enthusiastic support for this project?
Honourable Premier.
Well, you know, Mr. Speaker, I think first of all that we need to be somewhat cautious in terms of taking every single solitary platform declaration from the folks south of the border and assuming that immediately they will become fact. What we know is between now and Christmas, the federal government will be having to make a decision about a pipeline within our country. So that is the focus that we are keeping our attention on, because that is the thing over which we have most agency and which comes first. But overall, Mr. Speaker, as I have said before, we stand with our energy industry. We are going to do what we can to help them improve their economic return over the next...
Thank you, Honourable Premier. First supplementary.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, yesterday an NDP private member actually taunted our PC caucus for supporting Keystone XL. We know the member was reading from a prepared script. And I respect the Premier doesn't want to talk about promises. So let's talk about fact. Premier, when the day comes, the U.S. President approves Keystone XL. Will you and your government stand in the way?
The Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, the answer to that is of course not.
Second supplementary.
Well, sometimes small progress is what we get. Thank you, Premier. For someone who's supposed to have Alberta's best interests at heart, and you claim to be a pipeline champion, you don't sound very enthusiastic about this opportunity. Since Keystone will go a long ways towards providing jobs that are desperately needed in Alberta, good mortgage-paying jobs. Between now and the day the President, we hope, approves this pipeline, will you stand up and begin to champion the Keystone XL pipeline?
There you go.
The Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, I think the whole story of this pipeline and the fact that the previous government spent gosh knows how much money going down to the States and lobbying and lobbying and lobbying, and then a decision was made and there was absolutely nothing they could do about it, Mr. Speaker. And the reason why is because it's a pipeline to Tidewater over somebody else's country, Mr. Speaker. So when it comes to things that we can do, the agency that we can demonstrate, the work that we can do to deliver outcomes for our industry partners, we need to focus on the places where we can actually have an impact, Mr. Speaker, and that's exactly what our government's been doing since